because I turned it off like a jag. That's what happened. I turned my microphone off because I'm a jag off. Welcome to the Greg Cherry Show. A couple minutes late. It is what it is. Now I get to do the intro all over again. Thank you guys for staying with me. All right. So, on today's show, as I said, the wheel, or should I say, the wheels are back. And yes, I will get into that in just a little bit. Very important tomorrow, and I'll go over as much as I possibly can without giving away too much. For tomorrow, the WTC Jack of All Trades in-depth preview. And then I'm hoping for a lot of wheel shenanigans today. So after the preview, we're going to hit the Q&A because we may be doing wheel shenanigans throughout the other segments. So I want to explain all of those to you in just a little bit. So I did say the wheel is back. Yeah, it feels like it's been a couple years since I've done this. It's never been featured on the Greg Cherry Show before. It was on my past streams with No DQ, but it was brought up to me last week to do it. And I figured, why not? It's a better opportunity. It's a good opportunity to bring something back from the past that people really enjoyed. So that being said, I want to show you guys everything I've done with this, and I want to explain to you guys the rules of how this works. So that being said, I've created a graphic, which I will be bringing up for you shortly, on the rules of the wheel. So here they are. First of all, let me get rid of the banner. And also this one. Number one, the wheel will be spun for every $5 donation. Yes, that's a change from the No DQ streams where it was $10. It's now $5. Every single $5 donation gets a spin of the wheel. Now, whatever you land on is what you get. We're not going to change it up because that kind of defeats the purpose of the wheel. If we decide that, oh, no, we don't like that, we're going to choose something else. Now, something different from the No DQ streams. If you donate $25, you get a spin of the special premium wheel, which has a whole bunch of different stuff on it. Or you can take the option of 5 spins on the regular wheel. Your choice. Now, to add to this, we're doing something that we also did on the streams. For each $5 or more donation, you get to become essentially the 24/7 champion of the Greg Cherry Show. You get to become the Greg Cherry Show champion. And if we reach $100 or more in donations in a single show, we will add every single donator's name. Doesn't matter if you donate $1, $5, $10, whatever. We're going to add them to yet another wheel. And we're going to give away a free spin of the premium wheel to whoever we land on. So let me show you now. I'll take this off the screen. Let me show you, first of all, the regular wheel. I'm going to show you the wheel that you will be looking at whenever you send that $5 donation in, and go over all the things on it. Yes. So we're bringing back a lot of old favorites. We're bringing back the entrances. The entrances were the big hit of the old wheel. We are doing the dance break again, as well as Macho Time, where I just talk like the Macho Man Randy Savage with whatever you want me to talk about. Cut a promo. I've done that before. So if you want me to cut a promo on something or someone, I'll go ahead and do that for you. The top 5 list is something that is completely new, and that's where you just give me a topic and I list to you, in my opinion, the top 5 of that certain topic. Now, I do have a couple bankrupt spots, so you guys know the risks. And I'm not going to be as kind as I was on the No DQ streams. I kind of felt bad for you guys, but you guys know the risks. There are a couple bankrupt spots. If it hits that, sorry about your damn luck, as James Storm would say. That's the way it goes. Now, I want to show you guys what's on the premium wheel. And there's a whole lot of good stuff on that too. The t-shirt is on the premium wheel. So if you spin and land on that, you get to pick any single shirt you want from the Greg Cherry brand. I will pay for that, and I will be shipping that off to you. Just give me your address in the DMs. You can also get some custom merch. If you want a design made for you and put on the Teespring store, I will do that for you. Just let me know what you want, and I'll do that for you. A custom promo or ad, that is where you give me something that you want to promote, and I will do either a video recording or an audio recording and give you that ad that you can use freely with your podcast, with anything that you want to promote, whether it's your business, whether it's just something you want to get out there in the world. I'll do that for you. Appear on the Greg Cherry Show. You get to be a guest on the show. I think that's a pretty sweet deal. A custom decal, pretty much the same as the custom merch thing, except we will be printing that decal out and sending that to you. Direct a show. That's a fun one. You get to basically choose for an entire episode what you want us to talk about. If you want us to talk about something completely out of the norm of what we talk about, it's your opportunity to direct the show. And much in the same vein as Luck of the Draw, there's a messy punishment one on there, which I'm a little hesitant about if it lands on that, but it's on the wheel. So if it lands on that, I'm going to have to take part in a messy punishment. Now, I'm in a carpeted area, so it may have something that's pre-taped and aired on the next episode, but I'll get it done. So there are your options for the wheel. So I really hope that everybody enjoys the wheel, whatever may happen. And we'll see if any shenanigans go down today. So I will be putting that back on the screen. That's where you send the super chats. If you want that wheel spin, I should probably put that in the graphic too, so you don't miss it. There you go. That's where the super chats go. Streamlabs.com/lookatthedraw1. It should be in all the comments. And if it's not, I'll send it out in the comments again. That is where you send your super chats. Go have fun with that. And we will get back to that hopefully in just a moment. But we'll see who decides to contribute to that. And maybe I'll be doing some ridiculous stuff here tonight. We will see. All right. So while that's going on, I want to bring up tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the debut of the WTC Jack of All Trades show. It's been one of my favorite things to record over the last couple weeks. We have all 4 of the qualifying matches recorded. We've got some great people involved, and I'm really looking forward to you guys checking this out. So that being said, I want to show you, if you haven't seen the graphic already for the first episode, I want to show you who's all on that episode. As you can see, WFLA reporter Daisy Ruth, the man behind Combat Wrestling Trivia, JB3, Big Baller G, you've seen him on so many Greg Cherry brand things, and participant in the most recent WTC tournament, Nico Suave Regoli. That's going to be episode number 1 that you guys can check out. And that's going to be tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern, followed immediately by the WTC Jack of All Trades post show. And I'm hoping to have everybody there live. We talked about it, Whether or not everybody is able to show up remains to be seen, but that it's hopeful that we'll be able to have everybody on for that show. Now, I haven't revealed who's on episode 2 yet, because that is going to be airing next Thursday, July the 8th. So, exclusively here on the Greg Cherry Show, you guys are going to find out who's a part of episode number 2. As you can see, it's going to be former Fan Quizlemania champion Brett Storm, along with WTC returning player Mark Moffitt, big-time Greg Cherry brand supporter Josh Mansfield, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is Wrestle Talks Andy Datson, who is going to be on episode 2. Looking forward to that. Now, I will be letting you know who's all on episode 3 here shortly. But it looks like we have our first wheel spin. Donate to me as Cool for $5. So Cool, whoever you are, you have become, first of all, not only the first ever Greg Cherry Show champion, you get the first spin of the wheel, sir. So, let me bring this up. Let me share my screen again. Cool Brothers Radio Podcast. That's you. All right. Well, Cool Brothers Radio Podcast, you are the first ever Greg Cherry Show champion, and you get the first spin of the wheel. Let's see. Let me take away the Jack of all trades thing, and let's see what you get. Good luck. You're going to get something good. Come on. Something good. Cut a promo, it looks like. All right. Let me know what you want me to cut a promo on. It could be anything. It could be anybody. And I will cut a promo on them. I'm glad the first one wasn't bankrupt, because I feel like that would deter every single person from doing it. So let me know what you want me to cut a promo on. I will send the wheel to the back. And hopefully we get some more wheel spins as this goes along. Now, as I wait for that, we'll go back to the Jack of all trades in-depth preview. Now, for those who don't know, obviously, the Cherry for Quizlemania hashtag, not exactly successful because I haven't been on the show yet. So in that vein, I wanted to create a show similar, not exactly the same, because I don't want to be a complete ripoff, to Quizlemania. So if you enjoy Quizlemania, you guys will love Jack of all trades. Simple as that. There are 4 contestants for every single episode. And there will be also 4 rounds that they will compete in. And those rounds will rotate through the shows as we go along. And they can be game showy rounds. They can be trivia rounds. We'll see how it goes. And the 4 competitors that we have on tomorrow night's episode are going to deliver and provide you a fantastic viewing experience. I'm really looking forward to that, to see who is going to be the first person to qualify for the Jack of all trades championship match. And that championship match will be airing July 29th. So it is 4 weeks from tomorrow night. And there's the request. Cool Brothers Radio Podcast, cut a promo on AEW. So here we go. AEW, All Elite Wrestling. You know, you want to be the cool kid on the block. You want to take shots. You want to have your guys take shots at WWE, even when they were barely there to begin with. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. And you want to stand here and act like just because you've been in business for a little over 2 years, that you have more experience, that you have more knowledge, that you have more connectivity with the audience than any wrestling company in the world. That is naive, AEW. Tony Khan, I'm looking at you. Just because you lead the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that has, to my knowledge, never made the Super Bowl. And now you want to say that AEW is better, you're producing better shows than WrestleMania? Tony, you need to pull your head out of your all elite ass. Because quite frankly, like somebody used to say in WWE, you need to know your role and you need to shut your mouth. Put your money, because I know you got a lot of it, where your mouth is. And prove me wrong when I'm going to Dynamite August 11th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And that's a little way to say that there will be no Greg Cherry show on August 11th because I'll be at Dynamite. That's one way to go about it. But there you go, Cool Brothers Radio Podcast. I got to cut your promo in AEW. So yeah, WTC Jack of all trades. Really looking forward to it. We've got great guests lined up, not just for the first episode, not just for the second episode. We've got big name guests for the third episode. We've got a good panel of guys for the fourth. And I'm telling you what, the championship match, even though we have not recorded it yet, that is a match I am extremely excited for. Definitely 4 clashes of styles, and we'll get more guests going along. After the championship match, Jack of all trades is going to be one time a month. Just because coordinating schedules with 4 people is a nightmare. Brett Storm, hopefully no AEW fans take that promo badly. No, it's all in fun. It's not serious, obviously. I like AEW. I like what they're doing. If I didn't, I wouldn't be going to Dynamite in August. So yeah, I really like what they're doing. But if somebody asks me to cut a promo on them, I'm going to cut a promo on them. I mean, after all, you paid for the right for me to. But yes, WTC, Jack of all trades. Looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. I really do. I think it's going to be an incredible time. So many fun rounds. Some rounds are better than others. I'll be honest with you. Some of the rounds are really good. Some of them are train wrecks. In a good way. It's kind of like that Crash TV. One of the rounds, honestly, I'm very proud of that's going to be happening. It's on the 3rd episode. And I'm probably bringing it back for the championship. But it's a round that is very near and dear to my heart. You'll see in a couple weeks what that is. And speaking of guests, I might as well bring up the fact that a guest on the 3rd episode of Jack of all trades. Yes, Quizlemania guest Adam Pearson. Adam, thank you very much for watching. I know it's late over there. It's after midnight. And yes, it is the round that you think it is. It was the round that went over incredibly well during our taping. And I'm very happy it did. It's going to be coming back for the championship match. No spoilers, obviously. But it's a round I'm very much a fan of. Thank you, Adam, for tuning in. I appreciate it. And we'll be seeing you in a couple weeks on the Jack of all trades. So yes, I wasn't going to spoil it, but he's in the chat. Kind of have to. Adam Pearson, lovely individual. Such a great guy. He's going to be on the 3rd episode of Jack of all trades. If I had the graphic ready, I would show it, but I don't have the graphic ready because I haven't edited that episode yet. But yes, Adam Pearson is on Jack of all trades, episode 3. And episode 4 has a great cast. And the championship match is absolutely stacked. So I hope you guys all enjoy that as we go along. Now, I'm going to throw it to you guys And actually, you know what? While I wait, I am going to. I have another segment that I was going to do. In fact, I may bring back the weird state laws, even though I haven't. I've probably done them all, but it's been a while. My dashboard's not working. Here. Stop the screen till we get another one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some weird laws. And I feel like we either haven't done New York or it's been very early on. It's Weird Law Wednesday, everybody. We're going to be doing some weird laws. And don't forget, you can still send in those super chats while we wait to earn your opportunity. And speaking of, I believe we have another one. And yes, it is Brett Storm, who for some reason I didn't see his, but his was actually first. But Brett Storm, you are now the Greg Cherry Show champion. And I will be spinning the wheel for you, sir, before we get into these laws. So thank you for your donation. So let us pull up this list again. Share the screen. What are you going to get, Mr. Storm? Let's take the weird New York laws off of here. We're going to be getting a spin, everybody. What are you going to get, Brett? Let's find out. Oh, don't get the bankrupt. Don't get the bankrupt. He's got to get the bankrupt. Oh, Brett. I'm sorry. I saw it getting closer. I was like, avoid it. But that's what happens. I'm sorry, Brett. It's rough going. You're still the Greg Cherry Show champion for the time being. I'm going to read out your super chat too. I apologize for that. Man, you hate to see it. You hate to see the bankrupts. But you said I take it £5 donations will also spin the wheel, which yes, it will. And hoping for the macho impersonation, as I love a good macho man impersonation. There's still an opportunity out there if somebody gets it. But unfortunately, yeah, you got the wrong black wedge, unfortunately, Brett. But maybe somebody else will send one in, and we'll see if you can get a macho impersonation on this show. So now, while we wait to see if we do get any more donations, it's time for some weird New York laws. Here we go. In New York, women may go topless in public, providing it is not being used as a business. So let me get this straight. You can do it out of your own free will, but if you're trying to make money, I guess that's considered prostitution. I guess it makes sense. It's weird, but I guess it makes sense. It is illegal for a woman to be on the street wearing body-hugging clothing. Okay, now wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that they can wear nothing at all on top, but if they have something that's like skin tight, that's a problem? New York, get it together. I mean, have some consistency in your laws here. Oh, boy. Next up. Citizens may not greet each other by putting one's thumb to the nose and wiggling the fingers. So if you're watching in New York, you can't greet people like that. Why would you like who greets people like that? Like, oh, hey, how you doing? Have a full-blown conversation with this stupid ass thing. Does anybody even do that anymore besides me to make a point? Nobody. I don't think anybody's done that since like the 50s or maybe slightly later. I can't help but laugh at this one because you'll hear. The penalty for jumping off a building is death. No kidding. No. The penalty for jumping off a building is death. Yeah. Yeah. What do you expect to happen? Somebody catch you and swoop you away and like put you in an eagle's nest? No, you're going to fall to the ground and die. That's one of the most obvious. That's not a law. I mean, it's the law of gravity. That's not an actual on the book law. It's like, oh, hey, look. It's not like if you do parkour off a building, you're going to die. I mean, if that's the case, Joe Mo better avoid New York like the plague. Penalty for jumping off a building is death. That's one of the most obvious statements I've ever read in my life. Obviously. It is against the law to throw a ball at someone's head for fun. Well. We have somebody who has opted for the premium wheel spin. Unless they want 5 regular spins, but I'm guessing with the $25 donation, we have a new champion. My goodness. I'm waiting for it to refresh because that's awesome. Cool Brothers Radio Podcast. You wanted your championship back. You got it. Wow. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to clarify with you. Do you want 5 spins of the regular wheel or do you want 1 spin of the premium? I do want to clarify that because I don't want to assume you want the premium, but then you want the 5 spins of the. And there are no bankrupts on the premium wheel. I'm not that cruel. So I'm gonna ask you, and then we'll get to the spin. But that is amazing. All right. While I wait for you to respond, I'm going to keep going on with the laws. But yeah, against the law to throw a ball at someone's head for fun. Have you ever? Oh, you want the 5 spins? Okay. See, this is why I'm glad I asked. At least. All right. Now, I'm not going to do the compounding bankrupt. If you get a bankrupt after 4 spins when you get something, I'm not going to take them all away. So a bankrupt is basically you don't get anything for that. But you are going to get 5 spins, and we're going to see what you have here. I'm excited about this. All right. What is your first thing that you're going to get? And it is, oh, come on. Get off of there. Get off of there. It did get off of there. Karaoke. All right. So we have to write this down. Things I owe the Cool Brothers Radio Podcast. First of all, a karaoke song. All right. And unfortunately, the karaoke songs are my choice because I only know a select few songs. And also I'm a bass, so there are very few songs in my range. All right. Next spin. We're going to get off the bankrupt. Come on. All right. No luck there. Hopefully that's not a recurring theme. Next spin. You gonna get your wish, Brett? Not quite. Top 5 lists. All right, so you got the karaoke in the top 5 lists. 2 more spins to go. Brett's gonna get his wish. Brett's gonna get his wish. Macho time. All right. Gonna be doing my Savage impression here in a little bit. So, Cool Brothers Radio Podcast, let me know what you want me to talk about in the Macho Man's voice. And finally, I'm surprised we haven't hit entrance yet. I mean, there's the most spots of that on the wheel. Am I singing twice? Am I really singing twice? All right. All right. 2 karaoke songs. So I got to find those. Good stuff. All right. So let me know what you want me to talk about as the Macho Man. I'm going to find a song to sing. It's been so long since I've done this. So I still got. I'm glad I grabbed water before the show. All right. So sing and then Macho Man and then sing and top 5 list also. Let me know what you want the top 5 of. Despacito. Let me see what I can find here. Show more. Where's my karaoke songs? There they are. Ooh, Through Glass by Stone Sour. That's a good one. All right. Let's hope I don't embarrass myself too much with this. So, first song is going to be Through Glass by Stone Sour. And Cool Brothers, while I'm doing this, let me know what you want me to do the top 5 list of and what you want me to cut a promo on as the Macho Man. Heck, I can do the top 5 in the voice of the Macho Man if you want me to. But all right, here we go. Through Glass. Let's hope I don't screw this up too bad. I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. Oh God, it feels like forever. But no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. How do you feel? That is the question. But I forget you don't expect an easy answer. When something like a soul becomes initialized and folded up like paper dolls and little notes, you can't expect a bit of hope. So while you're outside looking in, describing what you see, remember what you're staring at is me, 'cause I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All I know is that it feels like forever, and no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. How much is real? So much to question. An epidemic of the mannequins, contaminating everything we thought came from the heart, but never did right from the start. Just listen to the noises before you tell yourself it's just a different scene. Remember, it's just different from what you've seen. I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. And all I know is that it feels like forever. And no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. 'Cause I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. And all I know is that it feels like forever. And no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. And it's the stars that shine for you. And it's the stars that lie to you, yeah. Looking at you through the glass, don't know how much time has passed. Oh God, it feels like forever. And no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. 'Cause I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All I know is that it feels like forever. But no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. And it's the stars that shine for you, yeah. And it's the stars that lie to you, yeah. And it's the stars that shine for you, yeah. And it's the stars that lie to you, yeah, yeah. Oh, and the stars, and the stars, they lie. Like riding a bike. Oh, my. All right. I still didn't see Cool Brothers respond as to what he wanted the Macho Man promo on or the top 5. So I'm going to find another karaoke song because it gives me more time to do it. All right. Song 2 will be Chop Suey by System of a Down. I wouldn't even dare. I probably could not pull that off. Let me look here. I don't want to do 2 Stone Sour songs back to back. I'll save bother for another week. Ooh, Morning, Tantric. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. Probably a lesser known song. Not a lot of people know who Tantric is. Tantric was a big part of my, yeah, I'm aware. Did they give the lyrics? Oh, you jags, you didn't give the lyrics. I got to find the lyrics. You're supposed to have them on the screen. Top 5 wrestlers that would make it in today's business from the late 80s, early 90s. All right. Top 5 that would make it from late 80s, early 90s. Cool. All right. So I'm going to do that in the style of the Macho Man, which is a good thing that you said that because I had to go find the lyrics for the next song, I'm guessing. Top 5 wrestlers that would make it in today's business from the late 80s, early 90s in the voice of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're here on the Greg Cherry Show today, and we're going to talk about what the Cool Brothers Radio podcast. Yeah, he wants us to talk about who the top 5 wrestlers that would make it in today's business from the late 80s and early 90s. Yeah, you got to put the Macho Man on that list. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, brother. You got to have the Macho Man here. I'd be a big deal in today's business, and I'd be a big deal in everybody's business. Yeah. So the Macho Man has got to make the list. Another man that I think would make the list today, if he was still in his prime, would probably be Shawn Michaels. Yeah, he's timeless. I think If you bring back the early days of the Heartbreak Kid and you put him in today's business, maybe you put him in NXT. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. You'd have those dream matches. Imagine early 90s Shawn Michaels against Adam Cole. Yeah, against Johnny Gargano. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, and I'm going to be talking about it a little bit more. Yeah, another one that I think would be a good character to have in today's business. I'm going to go with the man who slapped the lovely Elizabeth. Yeah, I don't like him, but he's a very talented guy. And that's Jake the Snake Roberts. Yeah, I think his promo style and his character, and especially bringing out the snake. People are still scared of snakes. Yeah. And I think Jake the Snake Roberts would have audiences in the palm of his hand. Yeah, imagine a feud between Jake the Snake Roberts and Bray Wyatt. Yeah, imagine the promos that the two of them would cut on each other. Yeah, Jake Roberts would succeed anywhere. Yeah, so I gotta say, and this is in no particular order, I gotta say that Jake the Snake Roberts would be a good one. Yeah. So the next one I'm gonna say might surprise a few people, but it'd be another one in the vein of technical wrestling with Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I'm going to say that Bret the Hitman Hart would do good. And maybe it's not just him alone. I think maybe the Hart Foundation would tear up AEW. Yeah, imagine Bret and the Anvil against guys like FTR, against guys like the Acclaimed. Yeah, imagine them against the Young Bucks. Yeah, you have the Hitman and the Anvil against Matt and Nick Jackson. Yeah, I think that I'm going to put the Hart Foundation in there. Yeah. And the final person that I think would succeed from the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. Who would that be? Who would I put on that list? Yeah. I think I'd have to go. I don't think Hogan would succeed today. I feel like everybody would feel like he was burying everybody. I don't think Hogan would do good in this day and age. In fact, he's not doing good in this day and age now. Yeah. So I gotta go. Who would I go with? I would say Sting, but he's already in this day and age. But maybe even early Sting. Yeah, I'm gonna go with early Sting. The Surfer Sting. Yeah, I think he would do really well with audiences, and I think that he would be really fitting. Well, I'm not sure whether it be on NXT or whether it be with AEW. Yeah, but I think the Stinger in his early days would still succeed today. Yeah. And that's the top 5 list. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm the Macho Man. And ain't nobody gonna tell me different. Ooh, yeah. Dig it. So there you go. I have a headache. I don't think I've ever done the Savage impression for that long consistently. And to have that much stream of consciousness. But there you go. So, top 5 list. And now I got another karaoke song to sing. And I'm going to sing Tantric song Morning, which they don't have the lyrics in the video, but I did find the lyrics otherwise. So, absolutely. Absolutely. You paid for it, so I love to deliver. Tell your friends about this because this is fun to do. I forgot how much fun the wheel was to do. And I'll try and wrap it up before Dynamite. So, here's the next song. It is Morning by Tantric. Hope you guys enjoy. Is there something that you're trying to say? Don't hold back now. It's been a long time since I felt this way, so don't hold back now. I purposely forgot about loving anyone, 'cause I'm the only one who has been stepped upon. Is there something that you're trying to say? 'Cause I can take it. 'Cause I grew up a man this way, and if hurt, I'll shake it. I'll crawl back in. That's how I'll make it. Screwed it up. 'Cause I'd always hurt. Beauty thus become. Don't know this song as well as I thought I did. Beauty thus become. In the morning I can see the sights. No wonder I could never keep you satisfied. In the morning I can see inside myself and all the things that you were trying to hide. Which I can see the sights. No wonder I could never keep you satisfied. In the morning I can see inside myself and all the things that you were trying to hide. I'm not perfect. Clearly. Wishing all the best for you. And now I'll say goodbye. 'Cause all the shit that we've been through put wisdom in my eyes. So walk away, don't turn around, 'cause I won't be standing here. 'Cause all the lies I've been living through are becoming very clear. And beauty thus become. In the morning I can see the signs. No wonder I can never keep you satisfied. In the morning I can see inside myself and all the things that you were trying to hide. In the morning I can see inside. No wonder I could never keep you satisfied. In the morning I can see inside myself and all the things that you were trying to hide. Oh, then you call me into thinking that all I had was you. The small insinuations were cutting me through. And now I stand alone here, stronger than before. And I'll never go back, never go back, never go. Oh. In the morning I could see the sights. No wonder I could never keep you satisfied. In the morning I could see inside myself and all the things that you were trying to hide. In the morning I could see the sights. No wonder I could never keep you satisfied. In the morning I could see the side, myself and all the things that you were trying to hide. In the morning I could see the sights. No wonder I could never keep you satisfied. In the morning I could see inside myself and all the things that you were trying to hide. I don't promise perfection. I just promise to try. That's as good as I got. All right. So thank you very much, Cool Brothers Radio Podcast, for that. Very much appreciated. And I hope you guys have enjoyed that. All the donations that have happened today. So now I'm going to be taking the questions for the Wednesday Q&A. And you guys still have the opportunity to donate for the wheel. And I'm going to bring this back each and every week. I think it's something that is very popular. You guys have proven that to me today. So thank you very much for that. All right. Let's see. Question I had. Mr. Yuck donated, or he sent in a question. It says, with 7 titles to compete for on one brand, NXT has more than either Raw, SmackDown, Impact, and AEW. Can you reflect on this at all, or is it a non-issue? Yeah, there are a lot of titles. I mean, you figure you have the NXT title, you have the North American title, you have the tag team titles, you have the $1 Million Championship, you have the Women's Championship, you have the Women's Tag Team Championship. What's the seventh one? What's the seventh one? Why am I missing? Am I missing one? Am I missing one that's like blatantly obvious? What's the seventh title? Somebody help me. But yeah, it is a lot of championships. And hopefully there's enough to... Hopefully there's enough that it's not... that they can spread them out and not have the championships defended on every takeover, because then it takes away from... I mean, just look at last night's NXT where the North American title changed hands. I mean, you lose those kind of moments, and hopefully now that they're going back in front of an actual crowd, not that there's not a crowd in the CWC, but hopefully now that they're going through an actual crowd, that they can make all of those championships seem more important, and they're not just watered down that half the roster has titles. Brad B's wanting to know, how much do you weigh? How much does this guy weigh? Thank you, Art Donovan. More than I want to. It's funny. I'm actually going back to the gym with my wife now that we're both fully vaxxed. Like the YMCA said, hey, you have to be fully vaxxed or else you have to wear a mask when you work out. I'm not wearing a mask while I work out. You kidding me? So we got our vaccine so we can go back to the gym, and we're going to start doing that here in the next week or so. This guy, hey, pay your mortgage first. This is a goofy little YouTube show, and while I appreciate it, completely unnecessary. You don't have to donate to me, but I do appreciate each and every donation. This guy Experience donated, since I'm talking to you anyway, you donated $1. Who are your two picks for Money in the Bank? And also, do you think Xavier Woods will be U.S. or Intercontinental Champ one day? I hope so. I think if nothing else, Xavier was proved in that Hell in a Cell match, and through his promo work and just through being who he is over the last several years, he's proven himself. He can main event shows. He can be a single star. Give him the King of the Ring. Everybody's been screaming. He wants the King of the Ring. Like, that's been his thing since Corbin was in the tournament. Like, he wanted to be the King of the Ring. Watch Up, Down, Down. He'll tell you so. Two picks for Money in the Bank. I want to say Big E for the men. For the women, who have they announced for SmackDown? Is it Carmella and Liv, or is it just Carmella so far? Because the Raw side's complete. I think they've only announced Carmella as far as SmackDown goes. So who do they have? But I figure both of the Money in the Bank winners are going to come from SmackDown, just like both of the WrestleMania main events were from SmackDown. As much as Raw needs it, I think you give them to SmackDown. So I'm going to say it's not going to be Carmella. And I don't want to give a pick yet because the SmackDown side isn't complete. I'll probably have a better idea of that in the next week or two as to who rounds out the SmackDown side. So Brett Storm donated again. He has regained his championship. So, and he gets a spin of the wheel. Thank you very much for that, Brett. All right, let us go and spin this wheel again. Carmella and Liv are both in Money in the Bank? Okay. For some reason, I thought it was just Mella. Maybe I just haven't seen an updated graphic yet. But here you go. Brett, let's hope you have better luck than your first spin. Here you go. Get away from there. I thought I was going to land on Bankrupt again. I felt so bad. Cut a promo. So cut a promo. Let me know what you want me to cut a promo on, Brett. I'm glad it didn't land on bankrupt again. Again, I would have felt so horrible. You have never donated again. Been like, oh, screw that guy and his wheel. You landed on bankrupt twice. I may take a couple of the bankrupt spots because 3 might be too many. I might put Macho Time in there instead. Alyssa over on Twitter really wants Cesaro to win Money in the Bank. Big E doesn't need it. Seth Rollins gets back his win from WrestleMania. Yeah, I guess the SmackDown side really isn't filled out either as far as the men, because I think most of them have come from Raw. SmackDown's kind of lax on the whole qualifying thing. Cesaro winning would be nice, and then he could hold it for a while, and maybe he cashes it in on Lashley if Lashley's still champion. Cut a promo on Bastion Booger. Oh my gosh, that's a deep cut. All right, well, we're going to close the show out with this unless anybody sends in another wheel spin. We'll see. So here we go. Bastion Booger. I'm going to tell you something, you disgusting slob. I don't know why you feel the need to eat everything in sight. But maybe the one thing that you can eat that you don't have is talent. All right. When you step into the ring with Greg Cherry, the greatest wrestling trivia mind of all time, the smartest man in all of wrestling, you'll find out the one thing that you need to learn. That you can eat everything in your path. But I'm the guy who can beat everyone in his path. I've done it for the last 3 years, and I will continue to do it. So I'll tell you what, Booger Man, step up to Greg Cherry. Because the one thing I'm hungry for is being the absolute best in the world. There you go. Alyssa also says, want to see Drew McIntyre versus Cesaro. Cesaro is a babyface and Drew is a heel. That would be an interesting dynamic. Imagine if McIntyre... Okay, picture this scenario because the draft is coming up shortly after SummerSlam. Imagine if McIntyre cashed in Money in the Bank and turned heel, and then you have a McIntyre and Cesaro feud over the WWE Championship. That would be something, huh? All right. Dynamite is back on Wednesdays, so I don't want you guys to miss it. Thank you all very much for the donations. Very much appreciated. And I will see you guys next week. The Wheel will see you next week. Also, thank you all very much for everything. And we will see you next week on the Greg Cherry Show. And check out Jack of All Trades tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern. We'll see you then.